Hello, my name is Dee Garcia and I'm the director of the Dual Language Bilingual program at the School District of Waukesha. Today's presentation is for families of English-speaking students that are transitioning to the 6th grade in the fall. And I wanted to give you some information around what you can expect in the middle schools and beyond. So first today I will prepare you to be able to describe the Dual Language Bilingual program between 6th and 10th grade. I'd like you to learn about the courses and schools that offer the Dual Language Bilingual program, and finally to further develop some of the great reasons you already have for your child to continue with the program through high school. As you may remember, our mission and goals for the program is that students graduate bilingual and biliterate, that they obtain excellent academic achievement in both Spanish and English across the content areas, and finally that our students are graduating globally and culturally competent through the achievement of the Wisconsin State Seal of Biliteracy and/or the Global Education Achievement Certificate. Both of those opportunities are fairly new, and you'll be hearing more about them as your child grows. The characteristics of our dual language program is that, first of all, it is a research-based program which provides instruction in Spanish never less than 50% of the core content over 6 consecutive years. For many of our kids, that's right up to kindergarten through 5th grade or 1st grade through 6th grade. It's key for our kids to be able to have that amount of immersion in order to guarantee results. And also that our program has the characteristic that there's daily instruction and learning opportunities to develop literacy and language in both Spanish and English every day, starting in kindergarten. So who are our students? In our dual language two-way program, we integrate 3 primary groups of learners: those who are native English speakers who are learning Spanish at school, those who are English language learners who are Spanish speaking, and those who are simultaneously bilingual and they are learning both English and Spanish in the home and at school. We do continue to have a dual language one-way program at 2 of our elementary schools that integrates just 2 groups of students. That program is being phased out with the introduction of each kindergarten year, and those students are English language learning Spanish speakers or simultaneously bilingual learners who are also English language learning. Just wanted to present this very quick graph to you. You may have seen it before. This is a graph that has measured the achievement of the English language learning Spanish speakers. It's important to you as your child is a native English speaker because it charts the trajectory of growth that is most significant between grades 6 and 8. So to orient you towards this graph, I'd like you to find the number 50 on the left side. That's the 50th percentile. So if we took all kids together, half would perform above that, half would perform below that. And what we want to do is focus in on the light blue line. The light blue line, starting in kindergarten, shows the trajectory of our English language learning Spanish speakers as they grow throughout the elementary grades. And what we can see is that the ability to learn through 2 languages and to become biliterate actually places those students at the 50th percentile, so at the average of all kids without having had lost their first home language. Rather, they've had the opportunity to develop it. You can see a sharp increase in their performance between 6th grade and 12th grade on the bottom of the graph. You can see that. You should keep in mind that your child is a native English speaker who is being enriched by the opportunity to learn a second language is also following a similar trajectory. We like to refer to our program as a program for linguistically talented students because of the tremendous achievement and value add that we find. We have a very high number of students who are participating in gifted and talented services because the cognitive challenge of learning a partner language has just opened the doors of opportunity to our students' problem solving and cognition. You may remember that when your students entered the kindergarten classroom, their approximate instruction was 90% in Spanish and 10% in English. In the 2nd and 3rd grade, it was 70% of their core instruction in Spanish and 30% in English. And then by 4th grade, continuing on through 7th grade, students can expect that half of their content will be in English and half of their content will be in Spanish. And we'll take a little bit of a look at that in a few slides. So at the 8th grade, our program takes a slight shift and we begin to adapt a definition of a dual language program that is slightly different, whereby students are going to be offered a 1 1-year-long course in Spanish language arts or reading, and a 1-year-long course in Spanish in one of their core content areas, so like science, social studies, or math. That will be equivalent to 2 periods a day that students can expect starting in the 8th grade. So this is kind of what it looks like. If you can locate the star and follow me, your children are now finishing the 5th grade year in dual language. They will be going into 6th and 7th grade dual language, which maintains the same 50-50 model. In the 8th grade, they will be entering 8th grade pre-advanced placement literature, and then they will have one content class, either a U.S. History Social Studies or a science. It depends on which school they attend. In the 9th grade, they continue with their Spanish language arts by taking Advanced Placement Spanish 5, which is a language and culture class, and we are proposing to add dual language biology at North High School and South High School. And then in the 10th grade, as far as I can speak of today, we do offer Advanced Placement Spanish Literature. It's a Spanish level 6 in the 10th grade. Following that, in the 11th and 12th grade, there are a couple of different options that we will get into. Things are moving quite quickly, so anything that I might share with you today might not be the case in a few years. We are just kind of building it as we're flying it. So what is Advanced Spanish? At the 9th grade, students in the dual language bilingual program will have the opportunity to take advanced college preparatory classes known as Advanced Placement or AP. These courses provide an opportunity to students to earn university credit for their skill in the Spanish language. The following courses are going to prepare our students and our learners for these AP tests. They will be taking the pre-AP Spanish literature in the 8th grade that is offered at all of the middle schools, and then they will be taking AP Spanish 5, language and culture in the 9th grade, and AP Spanish literature or Spanish 6 offered in the 10th grade. If they weren't on this trajectory, they would be starting with Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and following through all the way through Spanish 6. However, it's not developmentally appropriate for our dual language learners to begin at those early levels, as they have acquired tremendous skill, as you'll see. So AP courses do require an AP test in order to qualify for university credits. The dual language learners will take 2 types of tests to demonstrate their skill, starting in the 7th grade. In 7th grade and 8th grade, students will take what's called the Apple assessment, and then in 9th and 10th grade, concordant with their AP Spanish classes, they will take a test that follow the courses at those levels. So what is Apple? Apple is an exam designed to measure the achievement of students in reading, writing, and speaking the Spanish language. The assessments report students' levels at either the novice, the intermediate, advanced, or superior levels. The exam is used in the 7th grade spring and the 8th grade winter for course recommendations in 9th grade and as predictors of AP exam performance. So what does it mean? It helps us to determine whether a student's ready for success in advanced placement classes, and also, as mentioned, performance on Apple is predictive of success on the AP Spanish test. Students right through the midway of 8th grade may achieve a level of intermediate high or higher, is what we're hoping as a result of our dual language program. You will receive also a sheet attached to this video with a link on it for you to click in and look at what does intermediate high mean, what's my child able to do at that level, and what does that really mean. So I will make sure that you have that resource. Apple and AP. So students who achieve an intermediate high may have more success in their AP Spanish classes, which would be the AP Spanish 5 language and culture and the AP Spanish 6 literature. However, the Apple assessment is just one measure. We really value the input of the student and of the student's teachers in making a determination. This year, for fall of 2017, 96% of our dual language learners are going to be placed into AP Spanish 5 as freshmen in high school. So that is more than the overwhelming majority. It's nearly everyone. So AP credits. Students who take AP tests as a result of their AP coursework and earn a level 1 through 5 on their test According to certain achievement, local universities award credits towards our learners' future careers if they choose to study at those universities. So a university career can range from a 2-year technical career at approximately 60 credits to a professional 4-year career at 120 credits or more. Usually courses are composed of 3 credits for each course. So let me show you the value. If each university course is 3 credits and a career is between 60 and 120 credits, I've asked students how many courses will students take to complete their studies. I just want to give them some idea of the impact of being able to earn credits before they leave high school. AP is a savings in the future. At UW-Milwaukee, each 3-credit course is about $1,200. At Carroll University, a 3-credit course is about $2,700, and at Edgewood College in Madison, 3 credits are about $1,500. So university equivalent awards for AP tests. UW-Milwaukee will award students 2 course equivalents for an AP test score of 5. So that's an approximate savings of 2 courses that you wouldn't have to pay for or take a loan out for. And it would be approximately worth about $2,400 in savings to your child or to your family. The University of Carroll here in Waukesha awards a 5-course equivalent for an AP test score of 5. So if each course is about $2,700 multiplied by 5, that's over a $10,000 savings. Edgewood College offers a 3-course equivalent for an AP test score of 3 or above. So that would allow our kids to have a savings of about $4,500. Remember, our kids are actually taking 2 AP tests, so it's very likely that the universities will award even more course equivalents based on the student's achievement. In any result, this is a multi-thousand-dollar savings by having the opportunity to stay involved with their Spanish language and dual language studies and participating in AP. So where are our dual language schools? You can see here that we've got 4 elementary schools in white, and we have 3 middle schools in blue. It's the case that students from all over Waukesha will be going from 14 different elementary schools to just 3 middle schools, and all of our students will be meeting new friends, they'll be in new environments, and that is certainly the case for our dual language learners. The black lines that are transecting this map show approximately the attendance area middle school for students. We can see that there's a pretty large chunk of students divided in Waukesha who will be going to Horning, another large chunk for Butler, and another large chunk for Les Paul Central. While we would like to be able to guarantee everyone the opportunity to attend their neighborhood area middle school for the dual language program, it is just not possible in 2017. And students who are choosing the dual language program to be able to learn Spanish as their partner language will be required to complete an in-district transfer form to continue their programming and learning at Les Paul Middle School. So these are what the middle school programs offer. The Les Paul Middle School is the dual language 2-way program. They will be offering dual language arts in Spanish and English to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Science will be in Spanish in 6th and 7th grade, and we are proposing U.S. history be offered in Spanish in the 8th grade. Horning Middle School will offer dual language arts consistent with all 3 schools at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and science will be continued to be offered in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. The science is just in proposal at the 8th grade at this point, and we haven't made a final decision about that. Butler Middle School has everything that you can see currently in place. They have dual language arts 6th through 8th grade, science is in Spanish 6th through 7th grade, and the U.S. history is underway this year. It's the only middle school at this point that currently has an 8th grade step, and we plan to add the 8th grade step for U.S. history at Les Paul in the fall and at Horning in science in the fall. High school programming looks like this. Both South and North high schools will be offering AP Spanish 5 language and culture at the 9th grade level, and we are proposing to offer dual language biology, which will mean that your child will be continuing to study his or her both Spanish language and content area in science. At the 10th grade, students will be taking AP Spanish 6 or the Spanish literature class. We don't yet have a content area to add to the 10th grade. However, we are working diligently to find qualified and exemplary staff to help us with that. And then in the 11th and 12th grade, we will be offering students the opportunity to participate in what's called course options. Course options allow your child to take university level courses and or courses at other high schools or even at online high schools that will offer them high school credit. So the plan for the 2017 school year for our incoming 11th grade students is that they will be attending a university to continue with their Spanish studies. We actually have one university that is hoping to tailor a specific course just for our students at a time that is accessible to them with a topic that is motivating and engaging to them. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there. West High School next year will be offering the AP Spanish 5 language and culture course, but they do not have plans to offer the AP Spanish 6 or a content area at this time. You can come and visit the middle schools on February 8th from 9 to 2. However, you're always welcome to call and make an appointment to come in anytime to visit the middle schools. Please remember that the Les Paul Middle School, located in downtown Waukesha, the former Central Middle School building, is the dual language two-way program at the middle school level at this time. So enrollment and registration. If you're already enrolled and you choose to continue with the dual language two-way program, you must submit an in-district transfer form to attend Les Paul Middle School for dual language two-way. If you do not plan to participate in the dual language program, for example, if you're choosing for your child to attend an English-only program at your assigned middle school, just communicate your desire to withdraw your child from the program in the 6th grade to the bilingual department. We've had nearly all of our students continue on into the 6th grade. I think that there is one student that did not choose to continue on, and that student is being reintegrated for pre-AP Spanish to continue their studies. With this presentation, a resource guide will be provided to you to learn more about some of the topics addressed. Thank you so much for staying with me. You can contact Leticia Campos, the Enrollment and Communications Specialist in our office, to complete the in-district transfer form. And if you have any additional questions, you are free to contact me. I'm Dee Garcia. Our phone number is there on the right, and we wish you a great day. Thank you.